some of the challenges this year that, I mean, you've been doing this a long time, and Meals on Wheels have been in Anderson a long time. What's made this a uniquely challenging year for Meals on Wheels?
Well, obviously COVID, but we have adjusted quite well. We have been very fortunate to have a lot of folks that stepped up to the plate when we asked our older volunteers to keep their safety in mind, and if they wanted to stay home and not deliver for us. So we had a lot of folks that stepped up and offered their service. People that were furloughed or people that were sent home to work from home and had some extra time because their employers said, you know, do something good in your community. That was a huge, tremendous help. We also cut back to delivering a hot meal Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, along with taking a frozen meal on those days for the Tuesday, Thursday, and weekend meals. So that's been helpful. And we did that for a couple of reasons. One, because a lot of our volunteers are older, and so we were challenged at first with not having enough volunteers. Secondly, was also, or more importantly, maybe even, was the fact that we wanted to make sure that we were safe and doing as little contact as we could. So we also asked our recipients if they would put a table or a chair or something by their doorway, explain to them that our drivers would drop their meal, you know, knock on the door, drop their meal on the tray or the table, and step back to make sure that they got their meal safely and that they were okay for the day, but there would not be any hand-to-hand delivery. So that's been a little bit of a change for us. You know, we're all about taking people a meal, but more importantly, we're about checking on those people and making sure that they are safe for the day. So that's been a little bit more of a challenge. We started out also with several volunteers who were willing to help us make phone calls. So we called on the days that we weren't delivering to make sure that our recipients were okay. And although we're not doing that right now, it really established a good rapport to let them know that during those scary times they had somebody to talk to. It also has helped them now to reach out to us and call us back and say, hey, I've got this issue, or can you help me find a way to take care of this for myself, or whatever. So we've established a good relationship that they know that they can call us and rely on us for support for things that they may not have realized before. So that's a positive challenge, I think, or a positive result of what's happened this year. We also obviously have been pushing and trying to fundraise in these challenging times. So we had a couple of events that had to be delayed or postponed or not even happen for the year. But we have had a tremendous support from our donors, and they have stepped up to the plate, so we've been able to continue to serve people. We actually are now serving over 600 people, where 2 years ago we were serving around 400. So we have had those challenges as well. You know, our kitchen staff and volunteers have added to their plate, so to speak, of the time frame that it takes to prepare and process the meals each day. So that's also been a little bit of a challenge, but we've worked through that as well.
And how important are the holidays to fundraising, closing out the year for each year? I mean, I know this is a challenging year, but on a normal year, aren't the holidays are an important time for fundraising for you guys, right?
Absolutely, it is. Obviously, we need money throughout the entire year, but our largest amount of donations come in during the holiday season. It's obviously the giving time of the year. People are thinking about memorializing or honoring someone, you know, memories of family members who they want to still do something for, as well as for those folks who they want to honor. If they don't need a present, then they will give a donation in honor of them for the Christmas season. We also have folks who finish out their financial tax year and want to make a donation by the end of the year. So we receive probably 75% of our donations in this last quarter of the year, so it's very important to us. Well, I get asked many times, what do you need? Do you need more volunteers, or do you need money more? Obviously, we operate on both of those processes, so we are always in need of both donations and volunteers. This is an especially crucial time. We still have a lot of individuals who volunteer with us who don't feel safe to come out and volunteer with us. We also have been adding a lot of people, as I said earlier, to our routes. We are still growing, trying to grow those routes and dividing routes as we go. So we had 41 routes, and now we have 43 routes. I was just speaking with Jessica this morning. We have another route that is too full, and we have people waiting to get service in that area. So we're talking about splitting that route. So right now, the crucial thing is volunteers. We really could use volunteers. It only takes about an hour to an hour and a half of a person's time if you want to volunteer once a week, once a month, or twice a month. Whatever fits the person's schedule, we can fit that into their schedule and make it work. So we really would like to have more people helping us volunteer.
And so the volunteers are key to the waiting list that you have.
Absolutely. We actually have the funds available. We just don't have enough volunteers to make sure that we're feeding those people. And it's very sad when you have a situation where someone calls and tells you that they've fallen and they've broken their shoulder and they can't prepare their own meals and we can't serve them. Obviously I give you that example because that's fresh in my mind of a situation that we had. Those kind of situations, sometimes we can put precedence above others and serve someone like that, especially knowing that they're going to heal and not need long-term service. But you would be surprised at the number of people who do need long-term service that we just can't get to right now because we don't have the volunteers to do it with.
And remind people again if they do want to volunteer or donate or whatever, how they can do that.
Okay, so donations, we have a lot of different avenues. You can go to our website and donate. Right now we're actually running a Facebook campaign for Giving Tuesday, so there's a spot there. We're trying to reach a goal of $4,575, and we are at $3,845, and that goal was set to raise money to sponsor 4 people. So people can go online to Facebook, they can go to our website, acmow.org, they can drop a check in the mail to Post Office Box 285, Anderson 29622, or they can drop it by to our office. If they want to volunteer, they can give us a call at 225-6800, and Hannah will be glad to speak to them and work out a schedule with them to volunteer. So I'd really like to wish our donors, our volunteers, and everyone who supports Meals on Wheels in any kind of way, because we have lots of folks who may bring in nice meals, which are for emergency meals. That's another topic for another day that we could talk about. We have folks that just drop by and bring in cards that we send out to our recipients. So we'd like to just wish everyone that supports Meals on Wheels in any kind of way, along with our recipients who depend on us each day, a very Merry Christmas.